Hey, what's up guys? Steve Maeda from thesexuallife.com, and this is a video with my buddy Nick Rogue from Seduction.com. And what this video is talking about is something that we call instant sexual connection. And basically what that is working two paths of connection. We're merging them, making a hybrid. So it's a physical path, that's the one that creates the urges and stimuli that gives an overwhelming response to a woman's desire, taking it out of control, but also taking this emotional path. This emotional path where we take her entire makeup as a being, a sexual being, her identity as a woman, and her just emotions that go along with that. And we merge the two. And we get something that works really fast, really quick. And when I'm talking about quick, it's like 2 to 3 minutes quick. If you're new at it and trying stuff out, maybe 5 minutes, but no more than that. Now, how this all started was we were actually on a discussion. We were talking on Skype, and we were talking about different escalation tactics, basically that we use, when we want to turn a girl on really quick. Also for different types of clients, because I'm my own person, Nick's his own person, but we have a whole scope of different personalities with all sorts of positives, negatives, natural advantages, natural disadvantages, all that sort of stuff. And we were discussing something, and we started to talk about, man, what does seduction mean to me? What is the skill set? Having the skill and ability to seduce and to be a master seducer mean? And basically, I've been teaching for 6 years. And what it means to me is very different from when I first started. It is the freedom, the absolute freedom, and that awesome ability to take part in one of humanity's ultimate expressions with somebody, with the person who I want, how I want to have that with them, and live the best possible sexual life that I have. And one thing I'll say is, if you're living a badass sexual life, it's going to affect your entire life. Everything in your life is going to be affected. It's going to change you absolutely as a total man. And that's one of the coolest things about it. And what I was saying is, I was like, man, you know what I love and what I work with my clients, and I've been working in this system for about 3 years now, where we're making this instant sexual connection with people, is if I talk to a girl, within 30 seconds, I know exactly where I want to go with that girl. Is it a girl I want to date? Is it a girl I just want to sleep with? Is it a girl that I might want to have a relationship with? Or is this a girl that's just a friend or somebody I don't even want to talk to? All that's established that quick. And in that 30-second or less window, then I can determine how I want to escalate, and especially if I'm in a verbal situation. And that's where things get really crazy. All right, so instant sexual connection is combining these two parts. Like I said, there's the physical urge. That's when she feels, that sexual nervousness. She feels it, flooding throughout her breasts. Her pussy starts to get wet, and she has this overwhelming physical urge that almost can't be stopped. Where her desire is out of control, and it needs to bond with you, the guy who's stimulating it. Usually we do this in a lot of, I don't want to say aggressive because they're very doable escalation tactics, but it's a pattern of escalation that builds on each other, really simple. It's basically 6 steps to it. But then there's also an emotional part which comes into play with this. Now, the reason why that's there is because when you spike a girl's sexuality up, I don't know if you guys have been there, but you're in the club, you're yanking a girl around, you're pulling her by the hair, you're pulling her around the waist, and she is turned on. You can see it in her eyes, her face glazes over. But then something goes wrong. Maybe her friends come into play. Maybe the logistics just get all screwed up, it can't happen that night. Or maybe there's a skip in your step, like you messed up, it happens. We're not all perfect all the time. But we make a little mistake and she gets turned off instantly. She starts getting that resistance. Oh man, you don't know me, well, I'm gonna call you, I have to go to the bathroom, whatever. There's this big red flag that goes off in her head when that eruption of seduction just gets too out of control in her. And what we came up with was a counter to that. So in tandem, we're also mixing in an emotional road. And it's really fast. Let's take the same situation. We're in a nightclub. But it's even better if you're in a low stimuli situation like daytime, or you're out and about in a lounge or something like that. It works even better there. What's happening is we're going to take just a few minutes and we're going to start building a bond with her emotional makeup. That's her sexual identity. Her identity of who she is as a sexual being. Also her feminine identity. That identity which emerges so well with masculinity, hopefully your masculinity, and also her emotional makeup. And that's a lot of where that resistance is coming from. And we start seducing that. We start eliciting that. we start completing it, and we start showing our intent and our sexual drive towards that with her. And when you start merging the two of those things, man, stuff gets out of control. Now, like I said, when I started out doing this, I didn't know that having the skill set of a master seducer would be able to have that freedom, you know, to be able to have that access to the sexual explorations, the sexual fantasies, the types of women that I always thought I wanted, and then the types of women that's even better that I developed and realized I wanted more, and those awesome sexual experiences that helped define me as a person. Those types of things are pretty easy to do. I mean, it took me 5-6 years to start to really discover how quickly and efficiently to do them. And basically, the awesome thing about what we're doing with this instant sexual connection program is, man, it is a shortcut to be able to have that access and that freedom to everything that you've ever wanted with women, and the experiences, those sexual adventures that you never thought were possible with you, to be able to have them right at the tips of your fingers. It's an awesome thing. So thanks for watching, guys. Steve Maeda, thesexuallife.com, Nick Rogue, SameNightSeduction.com, and we will be talking very soon.